You need to keep repairing things. I'm gonna turn that on until we... There we go. Maybe I should have repaired all those holes. Whoopsies. Okay. Load peacetime settings. Yeah, that was a mistake. I lost so much permanent health. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 health down the drain. Ouch. Alright. First things first, repairs. I have nowhere near enough money to pay for this. Well, organics is going to be an easy thing to sell. We'll sell as much as we can. Metals, same thing. Sell as much as we can. I actually may not be able to pull up enough capital here. You don't have to repair absolutely everything. Let's do this. Repair some of the holes. Okay. Go back to this. Let's drop it down to 1,000. All right. Sell our exotics, maybe? Where we at? 745. Let's just keep repairing here. This is gonna really tank our metals, but I honestly probably should have repaired this stuff more, but I just kept thinking, we're gonna get to a space station that we can repair at. We're gonna get to a space station that we can repair at, and it just never happened. Alright. That's good enough. Oof. And as a result, I took a lot of permanent health damage. Alright, let's go through the systems that they have here. So, we've got a cannon. Let's compare it to this. Slower firing, about the same accuracy, same area, same damage. Yeah, this is a downgrade then. So no to that. This is twice as much damage. Slower firing though. This might be worth picking up because we have a pretty bad warp drive. This is faster, less... It requires more power, but less fuel. That's important. It also gives us a couple hit points, which we kind of need. Alright, so we can't afford it because it's almost 1,000. And I just spent all my money repairing our ship. So, yeah... I do need gunnery crew. Oh, also we have taken some damage on some of our crew. Let me go ahead and take care of that. So, go into cargo. Looks like one of our cats, honestly. Then we have a bot that took damage, so we might as well repair that as well. Alright. $237. We'd have to sell more stuff to be able to do that. And we really can't, in my opinion, sell a whole lot, so... Oh well. Starfuel is really expensive here, as are explosives, so we're not going to really be able to get anything out of that. This playthrough has definitely been rough on us, but it is what it is. Alright, let's go ahead and load our peacetime settings. Exit, because I think that's as much as we can do here. Okay. So we're going to go over to all these planets. There's a small colony of tech traders on this otherwise desolate planet. The colony demands a small parking fee for landing on the planet and being able to shop here. We'll come back because we really don't have a lot of money. This planet is particularly lifeless and mostly covered with frozen carbon dioxide. However, somebody is transmitting a strong encrypted radio signal from the planet. Let's investigate. We find the signal source. It is a private marketplace for traders who do not want too much public attention. The traders must know some smugglers, who in turn know pirates, who sometimes know slavers. This place might have some bad people both among clients and sellers. Let's explore. To your relief, the place does not have any obvious connections to sentient slavery. This market seems to be mostly supplied by smugglers and thieves, which you feel is much better than pirates and slavers. A local insectoid trader has a particularly attractive offer: 300 units of fuel, of old fuel, for mere scraps. It'd be more fuel than we can hold, and this also might be shady. But I say worth it. Turns out the fuel is of very low quality. We will have to reprocess it for use, reducing the final volume. Alright, well that's fine. I mean, it's not fine because we got shafted, but hey, we're doing alright, I guess. So I went to that space station. But not... and that one. I haven't been to this one. The atmosphere of this planet is incredibly corrosive. There is nothing for us to do here. Alright. It's time to engage the warp gate. At least it's combat. So, let's load our combat settings. Fingers crossed. Oh, while we're at it, we don't need this. Oh, poop. I forgot to put the microbrewery back in place, so we were probably hemorrhaging food that I just didn't notice until now. Whoopsies. Well. Why can't I install this here? Sometimes particular ship are... oh! Does it need a hybrid slot? So far, yeah, it looks like it needs a hybrid slot. That's weird. Okay. That's kind of a bummer, because I had planned to put that in the microbrewer's place. There's also a possibility it just needs a core slot. And I will go ahead and upgrade this anyway, because we get some health out of it. But let's see... let's see if it will go in there now. Oh, it apparently needs a hybrid slot. Does it say that anywhere in the description? I think it says something about hybrid integrity technology with electronic countermeasures. Doesn't say what type of slot it needs to be in. Okay. Well. My hybrid slots right now are filled with more important stuff, so we could try and upgrade this again. That's outside the amount of resources we have, so... Alright. It's gonna have to be what it is. What a nice ship you have there. A bit too nice to fly around alone like this. Alright, let's fight. Okie dokie. So we got a smaller ship with a mining laser, and that's it. So we could probably ignore that guy for the most part, but what do you got? You got heat ray disruptor, mining laser. Okay. So very energy weapon focused. I don't see any nukes. I do see 2-point defense, so our nukes might get shot down. But we might as well use the nukes on this thing, right? So... Incendiary nuke is going to hit here. Fuel nuke. Going to hit there. Okay. You are going to target... Let's go for reactors. Go mostly in the middle of the ship here, where a bunch of systems are. And we may actually be able to knock out that weapon as well. Okay, energy weapons. Aim at this guy. Because until we get the shields down over here, it's going to be kind of tough to pierce that anyway. I figure we might as well destroy this guy, because he does have a laser, which will pose a threat to us, so insofar as it will weaken our shields. But this guy can hit us. So as far as I'm concerned, that's probably the right course. We could hit this guy again with another incendiary nuke. Probably a waste, though. Considering how hard this guy's shields are to hit, I'll go for it. 3 nukes are going to be harder to shoot down than 2. There we go. That's pretty good. Alright, let's reorient our fire. Compensate for where that fire is. I'm gonna go more at the back of the ship where the shields and a couple of the power systems are. Shields are still holding firm. Okay, they are sending boarding parties. I don't expect those to get anywhere near me, though. Okay, I'm dead. Switch the weapons over to here. Yeah, we've gutted their ship. Matter of fact, I'm tempted to turn the... we got plenty of ammunition, I guess. They still have a decent number of hit points, so that we can't take them for granted. Oh, I'm surprised that guy actually got aboard. Oh, it killed my little bot. Looks like we lost a couple of our security bots. Okay, we salvaged them. Alright, the ray gun is DIY, so I'm scrapping it. The shield generator is for sure going to be better than the one we have here. So... then we have another one of these armored ECM turrets, but an older one, so that's getting scrapped. Alright, so this is going to replace that, but then we have to think about what we want to do here. Is there anything we want to get rid of? I think we're starting to think about like the fuel combinator, getting rid of that, because we have plenty of fuel. And although I probably will make one of these fuel pack nukes. Yeah, there goes that fuel. All right. I'm really not sure what to get rid of here. I guess we don't need this many reactors. Or maybe even the bridge. Let's scrap the bridge. Okay, you there. The gray in between. No, we're not going to do that just yet. Okay. So we have better shields and they'll charge faster. Well, we technically don't have better shields, but they will charge faster, so that is important. We also have more hit points to work with. Okay, we don't have enough resources to upgrade that to a hybrid slot. That's okay, though. Let's go to this space station here. We don't have any repairs to do, but maybe we can sell some resources. Although what I'd sell, I don't know. Maybe we do just go through the warp. The exit gate. Yeah, what the hell. Alright, seems the pirates are drawn here because of an intergalactic war between the rats and somebody else. The reduced transparency associated with large-scale military conflicts always draws in predators of all sorts. Okay, it looks like we get another crew member here. Gachanki individual. We have met in our travel, agrees to join the next time if we fulfill certain conditions. Okay. Alright, we had a lot of battles, which did lead us to losing a lot of hit points, unfortunately. Oh, I'm still on combat settings. We need to change that. Okay, we're in the periphery now. This is okay, I remember this sector. So as first things first, let's load our peacetime settings. Actually, I say that. I don't think we want to load our peacetime settings because I want to make sure I know which to level up. Well, the cats are fairly easily. I put them on warp in case we need to escape, like an emergency, and other crew members are occupied. Because I don't really see a point in putting them on shields or a bridge, because they won't stay on it long. So that's just a micromanagement nightmare I don't really want to deal with. But we have these guys, which are going to continue to be combat-y. These guys, I need to know what their combat settings are, so let's load them up. We really are in desperate need of gunners. As a matter of fact, what's your fire rate? 10 seconds? I think I'd rather have you come over here. Also, take that. But you're gonna get that. Shields. Sure. Because a lot of our ability to fight here depends on our shields being recharged at a good rate, because we have 2 shield generators. You are also going to be bridge crew. Skill. And 1 more gunnery skill. Alright. Good. Let's see. Did that message just pop up? We don't have a fire in the ship, so maybe that's an old message. Alright. Load peacetime settings. So we got asteroids high value. I'm trying to remember what we need for her. It's metals, right? So I'll hit this, that, then go to the space station. Okay, good mineral profile. There's always a chance we get hit by an asteroid, though. Asteroid collision. A rapidly twirling giant asteroid collides with our ship during a mining operation, causing minor damage. The asteroid's mineral core was a crystal with an exotic properties. Okay. We're just gonna go ahead and scrap that immediately and get the exotics out of it. metal object, here we come. Is a lost cargo container with old Earth design. These containers were historically used to transport mundane commercial supplies. Let's open it. It was a well-concealed trap. The container exploded, spewing molecular acid in all directions, damaging bots sent to retrieve it. Oh, that sucks. Okay, this is the station AI. Call me Hedonia. We are in dire need of assistance. Last supply ship visited us 4 years ago, taking our fleet for the war effort. We haven't had any contact with the Earth Alliance since then. Can you help us? Okay, what kind of help do you need? Our station is slowly breaking apart due to critical lack of spare parts. I've been forced to cryo-freeze our entire personnel to ensure their survival. What do you need? I need 750 units of metal to repair all the critical issues and create a small resupply fleet. There should be enough asteroids and other sources of metal in this sector to collect this amount. Okay. We already have some metals with us. Okay, I built several refueling outposts before the problem started. Some of them might be still operational. I've given your AI the decryption codes, so the station should now become visible to your sensors. Take as much fuel as you need, and thank you for helping us. Thank you. We should ensure that, I mean, we've seen this before, so we have this quest more or less to give them metal. Take all you need. Alright. We don't need a lot of metal left, or we don't need much more metal. Here's a refueling base or station. Let's pop over here. It is a Starfuel base, which we wouldn't want to buy anything from them in that regard. As a matter of fact, I think we just move on because they don't really have anything else. We will want to go over to this asteroid, though, because it might have what we're looking for. Okay, let's go ahead and mine the asteroids. We found a large asteroid comprised mostly of the rare Vanadium minerals. You could process it either into fuel or explosive, practically for free. I'd rather have explosives. Those are hard to come by. Okay. 92. Very good. Let's go ahead and go to the hot planet, which is the last place we have to go to. This planet features extreme temperatures and intense volcanic activity. Initial scans suggest possibility of precious metals. Prospect for mining opportunities? Of course we will. Operations not possible. It's too hot for mining operations. That's a shame. We're so close to getting the metals we need. We could just scrap to do that. To be totally honest with you, and I may do that. Just because kind of a headache. So we have to think of what we would want to scrap. I think of all the things we could scrap, this probably makes the most sense, and it would give us enough metals. So that's what we're going to do. Alright. Let's go ahead and go back to that. Don't run into the... that could have cost us some hit points. Okay. Okay, take all you need. Thank you. I will defreeze our crew and give them a debriefing. Some of them would like to speak with you. I've taken the liberty to organize a social event for our crews. I think a costume party would be most suitable for the occasion. I've also shared my library of recent Xenodata with your AI. Come back soon, and don't forget a funny costume. The more awkward, the better. We get some organics and some monies. We should get crew out of this, which is actually much needed. By the way, the long-term exit warp gate of this sector is hidden by our forces when the war started. I've given you the coordinates to reach it. It should be now visible on your sector map. Our crew met with the science crew of the station, who turned out to be super sweet. Their love for truth and a completely informal attitude enabled them to connect with our crew on several levels. Many stories were shared and pleasures enjoyed. The event ended with more friends and lovers than existed before. 3 locals who enjoyed getting close with our crew requested to join our mission. Welcome aboard. Fresh crew brings various items and resources along with them. They're super happy to leave the station. All right, awesome. All right, so first things first, we just gained 3 crew members. We have to figure out what they're good at. All right, so first things first. We need them to grow food if they consume a lot of food, or they need to go in the freezer. Now, we don't have enough space in our freezer. Oh, I uninstalled the freezer, didn't I? Shoot. Well, our metal container is not needing used right now, so we're going to install that there. All right. You are definitely going in the freezer because you eat a lot of food. Come on. All right. You two really don't. You're all right at growing, but I have a feeling that our other crew members are probably better at that kind of thing. Yeah, you're a 2, but we already have 2 2s. And you don't eat any more food than they do, so it doesn't really justify. We're at -5. I guess we're gonna have to put the B-Droid in the freezer. So you're going in the freezer. And then what are you good at? You're good at sensors. Potentially you're better at sensors than the person currently operating sensors. Indeed you are. You're going to be our new sensor person. Okay. You're also pretty damn good at shields. Which means that you're going to be a person we probably are going to want to put on shields when... but you're not any better than I think the person that normally would run shields. Okay. So what are you going to do when you're not on sensors? You're okay at science. Matter of fact, you're better at it than the other person that's currently working on science. So, you are not going to be working science anymore. And you are. The question is, we have the bot that works science. It's only a 3, but it's not really good at anything else. Just put it on firefighting duties. I'm gonna sneeze. We should be all good now. Where was I? Oh yeah, on research. So you're currently not doing anything. You're going to go on to research. You're only slightly better than that droid would be. There we go. And... Dave. Alright, so we got some much needed crew members. What they're all going to do when we get to combat, we'll have to figure that out. But for now, we're looking pretty good. We leveled everybody up. We're in a good spot. I think last time I went through here, I didn't really need the crew members, so we said no there, but we got a lot of resources by doing that. Alright, let's go back to the star map. And we'll go to the refueling station and get filled up with fuel. And then we'll move on to the next sector. Oh, thought I clicked on that. Okay. Let's collect all the fuel we can. So only 10 fuel left. We got 138, so we're all full. Okie dokie. Let's take a look at the sector map, which I haven't done yet. Well, the exit's right there. So we could get out of here if we wanted to. So a lot of it depends on, like, do we want to go through here and search around when we already know where the exit is? That's actually really unfortunate that it is where it is and the way that the layout of the sector is, because we're probably going to end up having to waste fuel if we go in too many other places here. I say we explore, because we are in much need of resources and other things, so... it's 40... I mean, it's 50 fuel to jump there. But this area is not that far away, is it? Maybe if we wait until this wraps around, we might actually get a better I'm lazy. Let's just go. We might have been able to save a little bit of fuel, but... You know, while I'm at it... Oh, that's right, we couldn't afford it. I was like, didn't we get a better warp drive? Oh, warp life. Character patterns of intense references. A group of anomalous warp lights flies through our ship. Later, a routine checkup reveals some of our crew has now significantly improved health, immune systems, and sexual drive. Not sure we need the last thing, but alright. Moving on. This gas giant does not contain fuel elements, but the asteroid belt around it seems to have good mineral profile. Mining from the asteroid belt is somewhat risky. Yeah. Managed to mine only a few minerals before encountering local warp life. Space jellyfish had made its home inside the gas giant's asteroid belt. It attacked with deadly warp rays, but left us alone when we retreated. Alright, so we took some health damage and some other resource damage, but we did get a little bit of metals and some other things. Alright. Let's repair the damage to our crew. So, cargo, that. A DIY repair. Bots. There. Okay, done. That. There. Oh. Alright, looking good. Next. Barren planet, but we might as well check it out. Detect a signal, faint warp signal on the planet's surface. The planet itself is lifeless. Let's explore. This signal was emitted from an unknown piece of self-sustainable technology. Pictographic warnings on the surface warn about not messing with the device. External research would require extensive time to record and analyze all the different wavelengths it's casting on. Go ahead and research it. Our research concludes it's most likely a navigation or communication beacon left behind by some kind of advanced species. Its energy profile suggests the device contains a very powerful self-destruct device. We got some money and some fate, that's good. Let's go ahead and fuel up and move on to the next little area. This refueling outpost is offline. Let's kind of disperse our fuel around it. Looks like an accident. Collect all the fuel we can. There's 40 left, so we can get some fuel on the way back. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and jump over here. We're gonna try and explore this as thoroughly as we can. Uh-oh. Load combat settings. I probably should have looked ahead to see if there was any combat. Hey, Powder Keg. Best way to do this sector is explore in clockwise direction, then fly across the exit system. That makes sense. I was actually thinking about doing that. Small ship is rapidly approaching tactical range. Its profile matches Squid Dominion vessels. I've been searching you for a while. You have my compliments for reaching this far, but you must now die. That's not very friendly. Alright. So this is our first encounter with squid ships. Squid ships typically have energy weapons, predominantly, but I don't know if this is going to follow that. Sure looks like it is the case. Alright. So we got an energy reactor there. Another one there. So it looks like the center of their ship. Ooh, a cold fusion reactor. I wouldn't mind that. Consider it selling fuel. Well, that's probably not a bad idea in this area. Alright. Let's go ahead and target. Well, it's kind of a small ship, so it's going to be kind of tough to target them specifically, but we'll go after their power. I mean, honestly, we might hit anything under the sun here. With how small their ship is and how wide our dispersion is. Yeah, let's just hit them with everything here. We targeted everything. I don't think it's worth wasting a nuke on these guys. Oh, we probably have crew that don't have an assignment. Let's look through and see if we can find anybody that doesn't make sense. Okay, you have a gunnery skill of 2. You have a gunnery skill of 2. Move this up a bit. And you're on sensors, which we don't need to have running at the moment. You're pretty good at shields, but I think we already have somebody just as good as you on shields. So you're going to be operating... How many weapons do we have, man? I think we have 2 weapons that aren't manned. So actually, this is going to work out perfectly. So weapon. Weapon. I'll put you on repairs. And we'll just wait. See what we need. Okay, got a couple hits there, especially their best power system just took a hit. They already pierced my shield, which is not a good thing. This is one of those ones that will catch fire, isn't it? Actually, I'm not sure it is. Yeah, we're taking quite a bit of damage here, unfortunately. This is a little early to be facing the squids. Okay. We've almost knocked out most of their power, but they still have plenty of power to fire at me here. There we go. Now we've knocked out their power. But they sure hurt me in the interim. Jesus. Alright, we got them. Ugh, we're just not there yet. This is why I went to explore, because we really need more ship systems. Okay. Well, we get some resources. Ah, good. We got the fusion reactor. That's actually awesome. Matter of fact, most of these weapon systems should be pretty damn good for us. Alright, well, this is an obvious replacement. Okay. Alright, so you're 10 seconds. Very good. Very good shield damage. I don't know, do we go energy weapon way? This is pretty much like almost the same thing, except, well, not really. It does 9 damage versus 13 damage. But the reason why is it fires 3 rays. So this has a higher chance of oh no, it never deflects, so that makes it pretty damn good. Well, we could switch our ship over to be entirely energy weapons. I mean, if we go with these two, they'll cut through the shields pretty fast. The problem is we won't do a ton of damage after that point. I feel like these are good weapons that we shouldn't just not use. I mean, this only does 1 to 3 damage, right? That's not that great. We have plenty of power. So I think energy weapons is really honestly the wiser thing. Yeah, I feel like we gotta use this. You take the warp ray shield. I mean, they're technically both shield breakers. They're not EMP. Well, we gotta scrap stuff, so as much as I want this, let's get rid of our old shields. We'll pick this up, and then scrap our old mini cannon. I mean, if we're going to go all energy weapons, there's no point in keeping this around. Alright. So, currently our weapon profile is 3 ballistic weapons and 3 energy weapons, but I think these justify going all energy weapons. So, replace that. And then you replace that. We'll keep the rail accelerator for now, even though arguably this is possibly better. Let's compare. So, fire rate is faster, but we do have this man, so that will be reduced down. Accuracy is the same. Area is greater for the 1. Damage is greater. At this point, I think the explosives aren't as big of a deal as they were before because we were so cannon dependent, or we used cannon so much. So I think that's the way I want to go. So we can really slice through shields. And we've got the death ray and the medium laser to cut them up once we've done that. Then we've got the particle blaster to give us some little bit of blasting in there. I agree with you, Powder Keg, that multi-shot weapons are pretty good, but I think with this game going 50-50, cannons and maybe I should have kept the mini cannon and put that in there, but yeah. Alright, so we got a bunch of exotics now. We might want to craft stuff with that. It was this slot, right? I don't think you need exotics to go up to a hybrid slot, though. Oh, no, you do. But we don't have the metals, so that's unfortunate. I don't really want to convert this to... though, if I can avoid it, but I don't know what I could craft. That would make sense. I don't think any of these make sense. And our nukes don't take exotics, so that's not a thing. You know what I can do here? We'll convert it to fuel. And then, to compensate, I'm gonna make one of these. Maybe not a good idea because we don't have that much metal, but... Alright, at least we have a couple nukes to rely on. Alright, I think I'm happy with our situation. Let's keep going. So that happened right as we warped in, so let's go ahead and load that. I'm probably gonna have to reset up my combat settings because of the new weapons. As a matter of fact, just so that we are not in trouble with that, let's go ahead and load combat settings and see what it does. Ideally, we want... Oh, we have somebody injured. Might as well take care of that. Okay, you're one of my bridge crew, so that's fine. Yeah, I forgot to save these settings. So you're gonna go on weapons. You're gonna go back on the bridge now that you're healed. You're gonna go on weapons. I believe I had you on repairs. Yeah. Give it a second. All right, go. Probably makes more sense to have somebody on this gun. Even if you aren't particularly high skilled. And then this fires really fast, so let's put you over here. We want to reduce the time on weapons that fire slower. There we go. Much better. Okay. Let's go ahead and save it again. And then load non-combat settings. Alright, awesome. I have a feeling this isn't set up right. Oh, that's why. Whoops. There you go. Now we're good. All right. This gas giant is a rare one. The volatile gases it contains can be converted to explosives, something we don't necessarily need right now. General weather conditions are violent. Now, we could use that to build a nuke, but, alright, general weather conditions are violent, featuring active electrical storms and occasional explosions. Okay, that's not really worth it to me. Guess we'll go here. Oops. Okay. Let's go a little bit out of the asteroid field. Whoopsie. The gas giant contains a lot of fuel elements. However, atmospheric conditions are extremely unstable. All right. Again, we don't really need the fuel that badly, so... Warning, this planet is a property of Gal Prospect Incorporated. Failure to respect property borders results in an attack by orbital defenses. We'll blow them up. Send a swarm of clearly, cheaply printed long-range missiles towards the satellite network. Their weapons are too short-ranged for effective counterfire, but they managed to pick off some of our missiles before they reached their target. We're able to destroy some of the satellites, but a number of them still remain intact. Fire again! Managed to destroy the defense satellites. Alright, cool. This planet is mostly covered with empty steppes and plains. Native life is scarce. It was easy to notice this spaceship wreckage, however. Ship contained a piece of intact technology. Alright, cool. And we got much needed metals. Ooh, more shield batteries. Now, I'd love to install these. In my opinion, the more shield batteries that we have, the better. I really need to get rid of these inefficient containers. They're really causing us to waste a lot of our storage. I can't get rid of them now, though, because that'd make me lose all my resources, but we really need to come up with something here. I just haven't been getting lucky. Alright, so we're going to want to store that. Maybe just the metals? The metal container? We don't have a lot of storage for metals, but again, hopefully we get like something like this, right? The multi-container. And then we could dismantle the synthetics container. That would be my goal. So, yeah, let's scrap that. Then store. Alright. Scrap power mods. You mean these? I mean, you can lose reactors. That's why I always keep backups. But, I mean... Okay. We visited there and there. Let's just go to the refueling station. This refueling outpost is offline. Closer inspection reveals the station system. We're just gonna get fuel. Gonna need to read through that. Yeah, that's probably true. That's probably gonna be another thing that I scrap fairly soon, but the metals container I figure we're gonna replace anyway. Alright. Ooh, we got 2 refueling stations over here. We go there, there, there. Hopefully we get a good space station somewhere. Alright, I haven't been doing a lot of scouting. I really should. Okay, we don't see anything there. Okay. Yeah, I think that's where we're going to do it. We jump here and then we jump there. Ooh, cryopods. Get that? These escape pods have drifted in space for a long time. Seems to contain several cryofrozen individuals. Records show the pods were ejected after an attack by unknown forces. Our AI has decided we should only open the pods using safety procedures outside the ship. I really can't afford more crew. It might not be crew, but I really can't take more crew. Not at the moment. We would start running into food problems, so sorry. Guess we can come back. Let's visit this, then we'll hit the refueling station, then we'll visit that and hit the refueling station, I guess. Yeah, good mineral profile, we'll mine it. Radioactives found. Okay, fuel is not really something I needed. Well, we'll follow the plan. Alright, collect the fuel we can. If I wasn't so desperate for metals, I'd actually consider getting another one of these nukes, right? I'm gonna do it anyway. And then we're gonna revisit and get some more fuel. Alright. Flying over this way. This gas giant has a thin layer of harvestable fuel elements and the outer layers of the atmosphere. General atmospheric conditions are mild, but a few small plasma storms. Alright, nah, we don't need the fuel. Alright, well, we'll refuel here, and then we'll leave. Because we're not likely going to come back. Fill our tanks. They have a lot of fuel left over. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright, we'll come here first. Yeah, I'm aware of that, powder keg. That we can drop them off. And that's true. I guess we can go back. This lifeless planet has a warp energy source on its surface. It could be precursor technology or possibly a warp animal, although they usually do not land on the planets. Alright, we'll investigate. Warp energy emanates from a large robot, possibly a precursor origin. The robot communicates safety via pictographic holograms. We approach. You suddenly get an unnerving feeling that somebody is actively reading your mind. You need help, the robot states coldly in your head. Make choice. You feel as if somebody is poking 3 mental concepts in your head. Perception, defense, offense. Well, this is interesting. Perception is probably sensors, if we were to guess. Defense, maybe shields. Wouldn't mind that. Offense would be better weapons, something we probably need. Some of the weapons we have are not necessarily great. I'm gonna go with offense here. The robot nods simply and looks intensely at the ground in front of it. Pieces of the plant surface become afloat and start to transform, organizing into a huge weapon module. This is the most badass weapon you have ever seen. When you order your transporters to pick up the piece, they discover it's made of sugar. Offense trick question. No help to offense. The robot communicates and becomes silent. There is nothing else for you to do on this planet. We could try and destroy the robot, huh? May I remind you of the rumors that entire stellar empires have been destroyed by singular precursor ships. Attacking a precursor robot would likely be a suicide. Mothership AI notes. You don't know, however, if this is a true precursor robot. It certainly has advanced technology, but perhaps it's not even military capable. Nah. It gave us the choice, we chose poorly. Planet with early life. Orbital scans show a young, fragile ecosystem. Low possibility of harvestable organics. One of the crew members tells you that he's got a bad feeling about this place. Like some kind of surreal fear. Alright, we'll explore with bots. We've got plenty of synthetics. Further reconnaissance uncovers no dangers. We also detect a good mineral profile on one of the mountains. The planet hosts early life, mostly moss, too insignificant to harvest. Despite everything, the crew member remains unchanged that he feels this planet is dangerous. We'll mine the minerals from the mountains. No incident. The mountains contain abundant seams of silver ore. We also researched samples of the local moss. You managed to resist the temptation to tell the crew member, "I told you so!" Alright, cool. We don't necessarily need to go to that local warp gate. We will go there and then there, I guess. Okay. We'll investigate. Anomalous rock. We found a large asteroid with anomalous properties. It is emitting warp energies, manifesting themselves as a faint green glow. Research the rock? Sure. We'll investigate. Soon after the research began, one of your crew members became violent and attacked others, seriously injuring them before he could be isolated. We hurled the rock into a nearby sun, after which the unstable crew member would completely regain their sanity. Okay. Well, that is going to mean that we have to spend some resources here in repairing our crew. There. All right. Next, we need... we're at that time where we're going to need to take a break here. So, we will be switching over to a different game here in a little bit. But let me just make sure we stay on task. There's a good chance I forget about those crew members, though, in between. So what I probably should do here is just wrap that up before we exit out. So load our peacetime settings and make sure everybody's in the right proper place. We have one more planet to check out, so we'll do that. This planet is totally worthless for our interest, but its hot moon is worth investigating. Our sensors detect dense metal mass in the surface, perhaps an artificial structure. We'll investigate. We've actually, I mean, at the moment, we're pretty good on fuel. Metals detected earlier were molten minerals flowing out of active volcanoes. The extraction cost would be too high to consider mining. The only way this visit affected the journey was inspiring one of the crew members to tell another one that she finds her to be just like the planet they visited. Boring, but hot. Okay then. My crew is so sex obsessed. At least that's the way I'm gonna read the hot element of that. I guess you could read that other ways, but all right, let's jump back there. They're kind of like different in the feel. This definitely has a lot more depth to it. As far as like all the things that you can do. So in that way, yeah, I definitely enjoy it a little bit more. The only thing that I kind of worry about this game, and honestly, this is true of FTL too, so it's not really, it's just the type of game, it's just like the repetition. Like the fact that every sector you get into, it's the same end goal, you know what I mean? So like in Sector 3 is always this way. Maybe a little bit more variety would be nice, but that's like a minor complaint. And again, that's a complaint that you can raise on FTL, that it's repetitive. I mean, and in some ways, all games are repetitive. Only one of the pods contain a live crew member. And honestly, there's more room for development for this game, so maybe that's something in the future. After freezing, your ship AI had a private conversation with the survivor, and they decided to join your crew. Okay. All right, let's see what you're all about. All right, you do eat a decent amount of food. Your growing skill is bad, so that doesn't mean we should put you in the freezer for the meantime. You're pretty good at gunnery skill, though, which is much needed at the moment. I think the bee droid doesn't... Yeah, the bee droid doesn't eat a lot of food. The thing, though, with the bee droid... I mean, I'm not saying we're replacing the bee droid. The bee droid has really good... Yeah, and I don't think they've necessarily officially opened it up to like Steam Workshop mods, so a lot of that can come with mods too. So there's definitely a lot of room for growth for this game still, and I look forward to see if any of that happens, but it's still a good game as it is. All right, let's go ahead and get some more fuel before we jump out. Well, honestly, again, we're going to wrap up here, but I'll get the fuel and then we'll wrap up. So yeah, for me at the moment, I've already beat the game. Now they have rebalanced some of it too, like with the more recent patch. So I think the end boss is slightly tougher than he was before, or it was before. So we'll have to see. But yeah, at this moment, really, I'm just unlocking more stuff, you know, that you do just by doing more and more runs. So yeah, I've already done the end game.